Lord, we give you thanks for their service. Pray your blessings on each and every one of them and upon their families, and I pray that you'll give them wisdom and discernment tonight as we make decisions that will impact the future of our great city together. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Les.
Please rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Council needs a motion on the work session minutes for February the 1st.
Mr. President, move to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
8 with 1 abstention.
Okay. Need a motion on the regular council meeting minutes for the 1st of February.
Mr. President, move to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, you're up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good to see everybody. I think
Sir.
today's message is going to be brief, and I know we've got a long agenda, so I'm going to try to get right to it. I want to start by really congratulating some of the best young examples that we have in our community, those that are MPS Presidential Scholar candidates. We would like to have all of them come up, if you will, to the front to take a picture with the council. Are they here? Okay, I'm going to call out the names. Zoe Jajanski, I hope I'm saying this right. Hari Ashka Gunda. Saad M. Khan. Yichin Park. Trayon Yoon of Lamp High. Y'all come right on up there. Haley Mullins, Brubaker Technology Magnet High. Haley is also a candidate for Presidential Scholar in Career and Technical Education. Jaden Amir Robinson of Booker T. Washington Magnet High. Jaden Amir Robinson is one of only 60 candidates in the nation to be a U.S. Presidential Scholar in the Arts.
Right.
And we also, want to celebrate Montgomery Public Schools' Amarian Calloway, who's accepted in over 21 universities, including such prestigious universities as NYU, Howard University, and Hampton University, and has received more than $1.3 million in scholarships. Wow. And as a first-generation college student, he has decided he will attend NYU. So we'll start off on a positive note and showing, again, all the great things that are happening in Montgomery Public Schools with some of our young talent and future leaders. And we just want to thank them for their dedication and the example that they're setting. So if we can get a picture with the council, that'd be great.
And parents and family, feel free to come up if y'all want to. Y'all are here.
Man, y'all see what happened when you involved shit? You get a whole lot of
Good students.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
No.
congratulations again, and certainly congratulations to all the parents and family who continue to support and who continue to push them to great heights. I think it's always good for us to recognize those positive leaders and those positive examples that we have in our schools right now. So thank y'all so much. Mr. President, I don't know if anybody on the council was a presidential scholar, but I can tell you I wasn't. So we know that they are aiming high, so I want to commend them again for that. At this time, I want to talk about urban renewal and just give an update, particularly on some things that we've been discussing here, maybe not highlighting it enough, so we're trying to do more of that. And that is to talk about some of the plans that we have for parts of Montgomery that have not been invested in at a level commensurate with other areas in the city. From Fairview to 5 Points, we're in the planning phase for an overhaul of the Oak Street corridor and the Selma to Montgomery Voting Rights Trail. One of the things that we're looking to do is to close on a land deal, hopefully within the next month or so. We'll begin implementing our plan that includes streetscaping, affordable housing, and an NPS partnership. These are things that we're looking to bring not only to this corridor, but other parts of West Montgomery. The Conservation Fund will be meeting with our community development team this week as we continue to find ways to partner and revitalize this key corridor in our community. One of the things that we've talked about is often we market the Civil Rights Trail and we market West Montgomery, but we have not invested in West Montgomery. And what we have tried to do is to find those best-in-class developers and partners to bring them in to look at opportunities that we think are golden. They're ripe for opportunity in our community, and this is just one of those examples. There are a few others that we'll be showing you in the upcoming months that, again, I think will speak to parts of the city that aren't used to this type of development. And it's something that we wish we could bring to even more parts of the city, and we'll continue to do that, not only with our community development team, but also with our partnerships with Montgomery Housing Authority. Now, I'll turn to the financial news. The International Bond Rating Agency, Fitch Ratings, affirmed Montgomery's AA rating, citing the city's outlook as stable, which speaks to the city's pristine financial stability. The city has received the highest possible score, a AAA rating for operational performance. It signifies the city's immaculate stewardship of taxpayer dollars and dedication to sustainable spending. While these accolades are important, this rating is about much more than that. Montgomery's financial stability is key to building our vision for a brighter future because it helps us fund infrastructure and quality of life projects around the city. We are in the best position right now this city has been in several decades. And so I want to certainly thank Betty Beville and her team, David Corbin, who's our financial advisor, and everyone who's been a part of really giving us some guidance and helping us through these decisions that we have to make on a day-to-day basis. It really allows us to do some things that I think a lot of us have wanted to see done here. A lot of us want to see improved, and having this financial status helps us do just that, whether it's direct investments or whether it's the credit itself or whether it's just the overall appeal of the city of Montgomery as an investment partner. And so with that, I will move on to our financial update, as I know that we did not have one at the last meeting. And we'll start here with the 4 slides with the sales and use tax. Sales and use tax is still reflecting a positive growth year over year. Revenue from sales and use tax increased for the month of January nearly 2% over the same period in fiscal year 2021. As I mentioned previously, the change from a significant increase in December to a slight increase in January is going to be somewhat skewed for a few months because of the lockbox deposits being delayed due to bank buyout and mail coming in slower than in the past, believe it or not. Hopefully, the situation will be corrected very soon. But the good news is the overall sales and use tax revenue is up more than 8% year over year. Next slide. Lodging tax revenue is still indicative that tourism is coming back slowly to Montgomery. Although the lodging tax revenue collected in January was less than collections in December, this revenue source was still more than 39% greater than the previous year. Year over year, the lodging tax revenue has rebounded as nearly 42% more than the same period in fiscal year 2021. Considering the expected growth in tourism this year, I only anticipate that the lodging tax revenue will continue to have a positive growth in our city. Next slide, please. The gasoline tax revenue had a negative growth rate in January of nearly 3%. Year over year, gasoline tax revenue has a positive growth rate of nearly 3% as well. We know that travel in December was down somewhat because of weather conditions, and many people just don't travel as much in the month of December as they do in other months because of spending holidays at home. However, as the weather gets warmer, we anticipate this revenue stream will improve. Final slide. The alcoholic beverage tax revenue had a significant negative growth rate of more than 38% compared to the same period in the previous year. We know that this was also related to the lockbox issue. A couple of vendors mailed checks that were not delivered by the January 31st cutoff date, and based on the amounts of a couple of the checks mailed and verified by the vendors, the growth rate would have been positive for January. Overall, year over year, the alcoholic beverage tax revenue still has a negative growth rate of slightly over 10% or less than $106,000 compared to the same period in the fiscal year 2021. The end of the year projections will be available at the next council meeting on March 1st. With that said, that will conclude the mayor's message. And if you have any questions, I'll be here to answer. Yes, sir, Councilman.
That question, one question for the mayor. Mayor, on the crime prevention department, could we look or consider doing a social worker for that department? I know Montgomery Helping Family Initiative, they have their own social worker, they have their own counselor. So if an individual call me, I can refer them to that department. They could be linked to different services. And I don't think anybody on this council would have a problem of supporting a social worker in that department.
I think it's a great idea. I appreciate you bringing it to the table. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, first item, clerk.
Mr. President, item 1, review of business license of Aqua for Lounge at 6804 Atlanta Highway.
Mr. Brown.
Hello.
Mr. Brown, you're in my district, and we've had a review of what's going on at your place. Seems like you pretty well, the police department seems to feel okay. Chief, I don't see any real issues there. Looks like you're doing what you told me you were going to do.
Yes, sir.
So just keep up what you're doing.
Yes, sir, I
If
will.
we see something wrong, we'll call you back.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
Mr. Brown.
Appreciate
Sure.
you all.
Item 2, review of Ravenwood Apartments, 2230 Woodley Square West.
Representative, let's see, who all we got here for that? Philip Hazel, you here? Representative of Ravenwood. Okay.
Council, in your package, do not worry about the first couple of pages. We're only doing the 30-day review, so you have some pictures in there. Just disregard those pictures because they're outside of those 30 days.
What page you looking at?
So you're gonna start looking at page, I think the first page will be the minutes on January the 18th. Should be.
Councilor Mitchell, I gave you that resolution that has everything attached to it,
Yes, ma'am.
the correct minutes.
Councilor Mitchell, where did you say you want to start?
Hold on 1 second, please.
Okay.
You should see it says, January the 18th. 2022 is just the minutes. It's coming right after those pictures.
17.
I got one of these already. Mr. Phillips, you can go ahead and kind of tell us.
Sure. So I really appreciate your time today. My name is Philip Alderston, and I'm the founder and CEO of Odin Properties. I'm also the manager of Ravenwood Apps LLC, which is the owner of the Ravenwood Apartments. And thank you again for having me. It was really important for me to be here personally, having heard and seen a lot of the things that had come before this council in the past, and making sure that I was here to let you know how important the transformation of Ravenwood is to me personally. The 300 men and women of our company and our residents themselves. Odin has succeeded many times in the past, working on challenging properties that previous owners have struggled with. Like Ravenwood, by being incredibly persistent and working hand in hand with community stakeholders such as yourselves. We're owners and managers of over 10,000 apartments in 15 US states, almost all of which are workforce housing complexes just like Ravenwood. So we have extensive experience dealing with similar challenges. I've included letters of support in your packets from other community groups across the country that speak to our ability to succeed in creating safe and affordable housing for everyone's benefit. We work very hard and take enormous pride in what we do. We pay our real estate taxes on time and treat our residents with respect. Ravenwood is no exception. Immediately after we purchased the property, we applied for a business license and engaged a comprehensive camera system to blanket the site and improve security. Due to COVID-19 related delays from our vendor, detailed in the letter in your packet, that system was only recently installed, although it was ordered and paid for over 5 months ago. We've increased the physical security presence, which has led to a substantial decrease in recent security issues, and will shortly add gates to control access to the property, which we found to work very well at similar assets across the country with similar safety concerns. Our gate permit applications are making their way through the city now, and the city has been very responsive in processing them in a timely fashion. I've included letters from those respective vendors as well for your review. In addition, we're in the midst of an extensive property level renovation, which will replace all roofs that were previously defunct and create a property that we feel will be a productive addition to the community. I walked the entire site earlier today, and I can confidently say that we've taken the necessary steps to ensure our residents are safe, the apartments are all in good working order, and we have no unresolved resident issues that I'm aware of. I circulated my personal cell phone number and email to all of our residents to make sure I was available for any resident to contact me, and we worked through the concerns of the residents who did. I implore you to reinstate our business license and allow us to complete our work to ensure that Ravenwood Apartments continues to be a safe complex that we can all be proud of. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
So, Mr. Phillip, you and I have been working closely together for the last 30 days, correct?
Thank you, Councilman. Yes, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And anytime I call, you answer the phone, or anytime I give a resident from Ravenwood, you definitely assist them. I think you had somebody else.
If you don't mind, I could take.
Yes, sir. Mr. Council, we have Mr. Philip Boulderston.
That's him. He's speaking.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Philip, okay. And what about Hazel Chappelle?
Is Ms. Hayes?
Please come forward. You want to address the council?
Thank you.
Go ahead, ma'am. You want to address the council?
Oh, I'd just like to say within the last 2 or 3 weeks, and some look like they have started improving, especially in the building and stuff that I stay in. Security has gotten better, and they have put up cameras.
Okay,
So I have seen some improvement.
okay. All right, thank you. Mr. Mitchell, have anything else?
I have nothing else.
Okay, sir.
Outside the resolution.
Yes, sir. A resolution approving the issuance of a business license to Ravenwood Apartments LLC, doing business as Ravenwood Apartments at 2230 Woodley Square West.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Need a motion to suspend the rules? All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Need a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Keep up the good work, sir. Good luck with your business.
We will. Thank you.
Item 3, application for a business license for a rental hall event center doing business as Creative Kids Events at 3734 Atlanta Highway.
Would the representative for Creative Business on Atlanta Highway please step forward? State your name for the record, please, ma'am.
Sumitra Nelson.
Okay, this is a public hearing. Anyone want to speak in favor of this action on
No, sir.
item? This is
No,
open?
sir. It's not a public hearing. There's not public hearings on
Oh,
that
it's a
rental hall.
business license, my bad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Any conversation on item number 3 from the council?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. You've got currently a daycare going in there now?
I do.
Are you closing the daycare?
No.
So we're gonna have a daycare and by day and something with alcohol by night? Is that what we're talking about?
We're going to have a rental building for baby showers and kids' birthday parties at night. There's not going to be any alcohol involved.
So no liquor license?
No, not at this time.
Okay, have you been, hang on, you've been advertising some parties in the past.
I did.
Yes, the business is licensed currently as a daycare, and they have made application for an event license. However, our only concern is that there has been tremendous advertisement on Facebook of different activities with alcohol that have taken place in the end of last year and this year. So we're concerned about these type of activities being conducted in a daycare.
You want me to respond?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when I first started the event things, it was for the children, and the parties that I was having, they were for me and like my family members. I did not have business license for those parties, but I was having parties. But once I got the information about me having alcohol on the premises and not having the business license, we ceased, and then I applied for the license, and that's why I'm here today.
I'm going to allow Pamela Rowe, she's one of our managers, and she has her pulse on the business licensing efforts. She's going to speak to some things that she has seen and witnessed as they've been put on Facebook.
Okay. Yes, as Faye Comer, our revenue manager, mentioned, we have an investigative team when someone applies for an events license. They look for unlicensed activities. The last unlicensed activity posted was for December 31st, which would have been a New Year's Eve masquerade event. And you stated that all of these events were basically your personal events for
That
families.
event was canceled. We didn't have that event.
Okay, there was also in October of 2021, birthday bash, October 9th of 2021, with $20 ticket sales. Drinks will be available. It says that was canceled as well.
No, that was my birthday party. That one wasn't canceled.
So it was $20 to actually come into the birthday party.
Yeah, it was $20 for a ticket. And that was the guest pending the $20 on me because it was my birthday.
Okay, because it says at the bottom, it says tickets, $20.
Yeah.
Okay. There was also a Halloween extravaganza, would have been about, on or about October 30th, $20 eat and drink, featuring Sisters in the Mix.
Right.
Okay.
They were at my birthday party. So the guests that were at my birthday party wanted to do it again. So we did it again.
Okay.
And it was involved with alcohol.
Okay, and there was like a 360 camera available for $5?
Yeah, but that didn't go. They just ended up doing that for free.
Okay. How many children do you have in your daycare?
About 75
And
during the day.
Who does the cleanup after your parties that you have kids come in the next morning or the following week after alcoholic beverages are in the building?
Well, I clean up, my husband cleans up, and my sons clean up.
So what if it's an incident where it's an alcoholic beverage left that you mistakenly, you forgot, and a kid picks it up and drinks it? How would that fall on you?
How
Well,
would that?
hopefully that doesn't happen.
Would you want that to happen? Would you want that incident to even possibly happen?
Not at all.
I'm just trying to figure out why would you want an event center in the same place as a daycare with children?
That's because the way that the facility is made, the daycare center is in one section, and then I have a whole empty room with another section. It's a hallway, and there's a door. I can lock all the doors for my event space. Those doors are locked during daycare hours. And it's never happened.
What's the occupancy of your building?
I can't hear you.
What's the occupancy of your building? How many people can your building hold?
In each space, or?
No, all together.
I would have to find that out. I'm not for sure.
That's something we need to find out before we approve.
Yeah, that's something you need to know. So there's no way you want to think about expanding your classrooms for the children rather than having parties in the same building with children that go in there? No?
That was my plan. Like I said, when I started the parties, it wasn't, let me see. It wasn't like a planned business or anything. It was more of me just doing it for fun and having fun. And the Facebook and all of that, that came from people that I was around saying that I could do this, I could do that with that particular space. So I tried it and it was working. And that's just how that started. But during my daycare hours, the daycare is, I have 3 different sections in that building. I think they're about 3,000 square feet in each section, and I have 3 of them. So I have keys to all of them. So the kids can't get to the section because they're locked.
Okay. So you're running this event center like a club, because you're charging a fee to come in there. So you're
No,
in a club.
No, I wasn't running it as a club. I told you I was having a party it started off as fun, having a party. But if the event center is a real issue for the city, I won't even worry about doing it. I just wanted to continue to do it because my parents and my kids have birthday parties there. And I was gonna tell you all that if it was the adults that was the issue, then if that's an issue, it doesn't have to be adults in that particular location. If that's why I'm here. So, and the only reason why I came is because I had parties for my daycare clients that were set up for this year that I had to cancel because of the things that I'd done last year unlicensed.
I'm pretty sure you got complaints already about having parties in the daycare facility.
No, I only got one complaint, and it was the one before I came here. It was a Friday, the police officer came and gave me the information that I was having parties, and this was a conversation over the phone, and I talked to him, and he gave me the instructions, and I told him that I would come and apply for the license, and that I would cease, and there would be no more parties. So I haven't had any parties probably since the end of November. It may have been like a kids' party in December, but I don't think...
You were advertising on New Year's Eve, weren't you?
Yes, we did advertise New Year's Eve, but that party did not go on. It was canceled because the girl that I was doing the party with caught COVID, and that's when after I think that variant was out, so she canceled the party. There has not been an adult party at that facility.
Since October?
No, not since, maybe since the end of November, beginning of December.
That's fine, ma'am. We got a couple issues. We got a church right across the street. I mean, 50 feet.
Right.
We got right a Church of Christ is across the street.
Right.
And we've got these parties we're running. They weren't supposed to be running. I don't want events in there. I'm
That's
honest, we this has not come out of the chutes correctly. We were having parties when we weren't licensed to have parties. So
Right.
I'm going to say no on this.
That's fine, thank you.
Mr. Brown,
Ms. Pruitt. Ms. Nelson, now you do know that means you can't just have a party like you've been doing.
I'm done.
And just carrying on.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm fine with that, thank you.
I have a quick question. You said you're not going to do liquor in this facility,
I can't
correct?
hear you.
You said you're not going to do liquor in this facility, right? It was going to be for kids' birthday parties.
Right, that was my plan.
This is what you want to do now, right?
Yes, this is what I want to do now.
So I want to ask this council, why would we not give her a license based on no alcohol? And if there is alcohol, we revoke her daycare license because they're in the same building. I don't think she wants to screw up her
But you revoke her daycare license, then she worse off than she started. 'Cause
Well,
now
I'm
this
saying,
won't be
but
able to-
she's telling this council that she wants to do kids' birthday parties, baby showers, no liquor. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I said.
So we give her a license predicated on that, and if she does not follow that, we revoke her daycare license.
She already had parties with liquor already in the building.
We've already
Hold
had
on,
liquor
one at a
parties.
time, one at a time.
I can't hear what.
Yeah, one at a time. We got, you through, Mr. Pruitt?
I mean, I guess.
Anybody else?
Can the clerk make a point?
Yes, go ahead, man.
I think they need to really be aware that they cannot even have a party at a business location without a liquor license there. You can't sell it, you can't give it away.
And I understand that
Yes,
now.
ma'am. I think that's a misconception that a lot of the event centers are having, that they can have the event center and just give away liquor, and they cannot unless they've got
Right.
the liquor license.
And I understand that now.
Okay. The public hearing, declare the public hearing is open. Mr. Grimes?
Well, my only problem is, Ms. Nielsen, if you just started out this way with no parties and advertising, I wouldn't have a problem. Because now we don't have the police force to come and monitor to make sure we're not having these kind of problems. So I'm gonna stay a no on this.
Hey, do I have a motion?
We need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Mr. Lyons, unanimous.
Mr. Grimes, need a motion?
Motion to deny.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion is denied. That's it, man.
Thank you.
Item 4, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises only, doing business as Latino Supermarket at 2252 Mount Meigs Road.
Representative for Martino's Market, Mount Meigs Road, please come forward.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Richard Trona.
Okay, your name for the record?
Richard Trona.
Richard Jones?
Teronis.
Taraz, okay. Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak in favor of this item, please step forward and just stand to my right, and all opposers, please stand to your left.
This way, miss, this way.
Mr. Torp,
Oh.
you can come.
And, yeah, step to the side so she can.
Are you're, come on up to the mic, man. You opposing it? Okay, opposers gonna have the first.
Highland Park and Capitol Heights.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Gene Gunner, 2130 Capitol Avenue in the Capitol Heights community. I sent the clerk a letter to distribute to the councilors. Previously, I've got 2 items on the agenda that have to do with my community. We're trying to keep liquor out of the community because we have an abundance of liquor stores. And Capitol Heights and Highland Park are residential areas. The location is directly in front of Highland Park community, represented by Marion Ashley. She's the president of that Highland Park community, and I've spoken with her about that. The front of the location empties traffic into Capitol Heights community, represented by me. Near to that location is Capitol Heights Plaza. This is a housing unit for seniors, and it's directly across the street from this location. They don't need the traffic or watering of customers at the location due to the hours that are allowed to sell beer and wine with the off-premise license. They can sell it 24 hours a day. Next door to them is the Capitol Heights Baptist Church. They're open on Sunday, and this business would be able to sell their alcohol on Sunday as well. The traffic that will be in the area is not wanted by our communities. Nearby, we also have schools with children, Capitol Heights Middle School and Lee High School, that walk down South Panama Street that don't need to be near these locations, and this one that's applying for a liquor license. There's not adequate sidewalks in front of Lee High School, so they have to walk a block over to South Panama Street to get down to Highland Avenue or cross over to Capitol Heights. We already have crew on Madison, Mount Meigs Road within 1,000 feet west of this location. And recently, Kangaroo Exxon Service Station of Circle K was granted a liquor license on 2906 Atlanta Highway with close proximity to the east of this location, and was granted a license to sell liquor. The area has sufficient outlets for beer, wine, and spirits. It is not in need of additional licensed liquor stores of any kind. We respectfully request the council deny this request and consider the ordinance under Section 3 that are already in place. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. How much time we have on opposers?
I'm sorry, I didn't time it.
Okay, I got 3.5 minutes.
I am Marion Ackley, the president for Highland Park Community, and I also agree with revoking the liquor license. We do not need that excess traffic, especially from the high school students, which will probably try to skip school in order to get closer to his business, in order to purchase the alcohol. I don't know if there will be checking identification, but there will be extra problems added to the school as well as the community if he were granted a license to sell liquor. Now, I understand that it is a grocery store as well, right?
Ms. Chappelle, speak to us. Your time is almost up. I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds. Just speak directly.
So also, I want to say the color scheme as well does not go well with the revitalization of that area. So not only would I am against the liquor license, but the color scheme as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Ortega?
Ortega?
Taronis. I'm representing Latino Supermarket.
Okay.
Okay.
It's grocery store.
It's a supermarket, yeah.
Yeah, yes, supermarket.
Beer and wine, not liquor,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Just
right.
Yeah, so
beer and
you're
wine.
moving your total operation to this location as far as the grocery store?
Excuse me?
Your total operation, you're moving your grocery store to this location on Mount Meigs Road?
Yes, we have a location on Mount Meigs right now, and we're
Right.
moving to around 1550 Mount Meigs, and we're moving to 2252 Mount Meigs.
Yeah, and the
And
big,
you're already selling beer and wine there?
We do not.
yeah. I mean, and I think that, just for you guys to know, that's the old grocery store that used to be the Winn-Dixie Calhoun Foods grocery store in that location. And I think, Calhoun Foods, yeah, we did.
That's right.
And, I mean, it's a supermarket, it's a grocery store. And I mean, when we look at the president of all grocery stores within this city that we offer a Walmart and grocery store, they're allowed to sell beer and wine.
Yeah. Not liquor, just beer and wine.
So I declare the public hearing has been held, it's proper before the council. Need a motion? Suspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion?
Motion to adopt?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Good luck with your business, sir.
Resolution is adopted.
All right, thank you for your time.
Item 5, application for restaurant retail liquor license doing business as Ravello, 36 Commerce Street. Did I pronounce that correct?
Hello, how are y'all? My name
How you
is
doing,
Judd
sir?
Blunt.
Eric Rivera.
Okay?
When you all scheduled to open?
We hope to open in April. beginning of
April.
Yes.
Very good, very
If
excited
anybody would
about
like
it.
a tour, we'd love to give y'all a tour. Clay
Yeah,
has our number.
first class, I'm coming.
Can we get the public hearing out the way before you go?
Okay, all right.
Hey, I declare this a public hearing. If anyone wants to oppose this item on number 5 on the agenda, please step forward. If not, declare the public hearing has been held. It's proper before the council.
A motion to suspend the rules?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Good luck with your
Resolution is
business, sir.
adopted.
Thank you.
Now you can go, Marcia.
All right.
Item 6, application for lounge retail liquor class 1 license doing business as the Boardroom at 5331 Young Barn Road.
Representative from the boardroom, please come forward.
How y'all doing? I'm Michael Dallas. This is Sonya Dallas.
Okay, I declare this a public hearing. Anyone like to speak opposed to this item, please come forward. Opposed? All right, Mr. Dallas, I declare the public hearing is over. It's proper before the council. Right there, go ahead.
Now, y'all were once on Vine Road?
Yes.
Okay, and so that's the shopping center that, the owner has not allowing alcohol to be sold in a shopping center or something like that? You had to move, or?
Yes, he chose to send all the bars out of there.
Right.
So that's where we're moving to another location.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Motion to suspend the rules.
I have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Good luck with your
Resolution is
business, sir.
adopted.
Welcome to District 5.
Thank you.
8 just can't hold it.
Item 7, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises only, doing business as the Family Dollar Store at 2210 West Fairview Avenue.
Good evening, Council. My name is Daniel Weigel here on behalf of Family Dollar Stores of Alabama, which seeks the approval of the 5 applications indicated on the agenda, item numbers 7 through 11. The first, of course, is number 7, which is for the 210 West Fairview Avenue location.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I declare this a public hearing on item number 7. Anyone would like to speak in favor of this item, please come forward, or any opposers, you may come at this time. I declare the public hearing is over. It's properly before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Thank you, sir. That's number 7. You represent all of them? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Item 8, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises only, doing business as Family Dollar Store at 225 South Jackson Street.
Declare a public hearing. Anyone would like to oppose this item, please come forward. Declare the public hearing is properly held. It's now before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 9, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises only, doing business as Family Dollar Store at 2525 Madison Avenue.
Declare a public hearing. Anyone like to oppose this item, please come forward. Step to the side, sir.
Gene Gunner, 2130 Capitol Avenue, Capitol Heights.
Thank you.
This location backs up to Capitol Heights community, which is a residential community. The exits of the Madison Square Shopping Center empty into the residential streets of our community at St. Charles Avenue and North Panama Streets. This location requesting a liquor license is directly across from Madison Avenue from Capitol Heights Baptist Church. I believe the ordinance, section 3 says 250 feet. I think that falls right into that category. In addition to that, Capitol Heights Middle School is across the street from Federal Drive and meets that same criteria. Nearby, we also have Lee High School to consider in that also. The idea is that the children cross the street, they go into Family Dollar and these businesses in the area to pick up a snack or whatever. The locations have parking lots that people will order and hang around in. We don't want that for our school children. So that's who I'm standing up for this evening, is the children that are affected by all of these liquor stores right in the path that they walk home from school or to school. And the fact that they're open 24 hours a day doesn't help either. So I'd ask your consideration and deny this request, and consider the ordinance that you put in place. Thank you.
Any comments from?
It's beer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other comments from the council?
No.
I declare the public hearing has been held as proper before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
All right.
Item 10, application for retail beer and retail table 1 off premises only, doing business as Family Dollar Store at 4949 Mobile Highway.
This is a public hearing. Anyone like to oppose this item, please come forward. I declare the public hearing is over. It's properly before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules?
You got a comment, Mr. Grimes?
No.
Okay. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Motion to adopt?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Sir, for the record, can you tell your hours to the audience, please? Your hours of operation.
The hours of operation, I'm gonna have to look that up very quickly. My apologies.
Yep. I'm sure they close at 10.
Hey, let's get the last one out of the way while you look at it. Go ahead, Madam Clerk.
Item 11, application for retail beer and retail table 1 off premises only, doing business as Family Dollar Store at 898 West South Boulevard.
This is a public hearing. Anyone like to oppose this item, please come forward. I declare the public hearing has been held as proper before the council.
Motion to suspend the rules?
You want to wait on the hour first?
Uh-uh.
Have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Motion to adopt?
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Did you find hours?
I'm sorry, I could not access the information for that at this
That's fine.
time. My deepest apologies for that.
It's fine. It's not a 24-hour
Yeah,
operation.
I think it's from 8 to 9.
I don't think anybody.
Thank you, sir. Good luck with your
Thank
business.
you.
Thank you so much.
Item 12, resolution appointing Amerika Blair to the Board of Adjustment.
Need a motion to suspend the rules for the remainder of the agenda?
Motion to suspend the rules for the remainder of the agenda.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 13, resolution reappointing Susan Carmichael to the Clean City Commission.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 14, resolution appointing Brandon Raybon to the Montgomery Clean City Commission.
Take that for me.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 15, resolution reappointing Sandy Thompson to the Montgomery Clean City Commission.
Need a motion? All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 16, pursuant to Section 1153B1 Code of Alabama, authorization of demolition of unsafe structures at the listed locations.
Okay, anyone in the audience need to speak on item number 16? Okay, need a motion?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution, well, it's not a resolution. Item 17, resolution assessing the cost of abatement of unsafe structures on various lots.
Need a motion?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 18, resolution declaring, authorizing, and assessing cost of abatement of public nuisances on various lots.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, please raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Okay. In our public communications for roster non-item agenda from